Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Death Ray here on this lovely Saturday. It's 62 degrees and sunny out here in Goodyear, Arizona. I hope you guys are doing well and staying warm wherever you're at and staying safe wherever you're at, especially if you're in the Los Angeles area. Absolutely. We're back for another weekend stream. Another stream for Raymond Malaber here. We're going to keep that going. I did pin the link for Raymond's GoFundMe in the chat, and the link is also in the description below. So right now, the fundraiser on his GoFundMe, currently there's been $320 raised. The initial goal was just $200. So that's very encouraging. And the goal has been, up to $450. So, still going strong. And on Monday, so there's going to be a simulcast stream on Monday. So Sledgehammer Horror, Frank's Media and Reviews, and Good Real Hunting, as well as myself, we're all going to go live at the same time. It's going to go live on all 4 channels. And we're turning off super chats. Not that I think you guys would throw super chats when we're trying to donate money for Raymond, but that way there's no confusion on how best to get the funds to Raymond's family so they can take care of end-of-life expenses, and his cousin, Shelly Priest, who's organizing the GoFundMe and also kept the community up to date with what was going on with Raymond's health there. She's going to be purchasing flowers and, putting people's names on the cards and channels on the cards as well. So we have a really great opportunity ahead of us to do something really cool for Raymond and his family and show that support and show that love. Right now it's at 320. I know that Ken wants it to get to at least 1,000. So dig deep, even if you just got like $5, or even if you just want to share the GoFundMe. You can set the notification for that stream. It'll be Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And right there on the thumbnail is the QR code. So even if you can't make the stream or what have you, you can still donate and still share and let people know what's going on. So today we are here to do a little Davey Science Theater 3000, make a little fun of Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, which is, I guess, like for me, kind of a fun watch, but definitely not a good film. So I think it's going to be a blast to, sort of poke fun at this one as we go along, and and have you guys get in your jabs as well. I'm going to be watching a physical copy. I've got the Blu-ray from I think it's Scream Factory box set. So I'm going to be watching my Blu-ray here. I thought it was going to be on like Paramount Plus or Max or something. Usually those movies are on one of those platforms. But right now they aren't, which is strange. You'd figure since Paramount, own the movies, they would at least be on there, or if HBO had somehow gotten the rights, that they would still be up there. So, but you know how it is with streaming movies. That's why people like physical media, because streaming goes in and out. Just when you want to watch a movie, or just around a holiday that the movie's about, or whatever, it seems like that's the time that they take it away right before all that. So there is a link to watch it on Pluto TV. It looks like on Pluto TV there are a couple commercial breaks. So, just keep that in mind. If you're watching on, on Pluto TV, you're going to want to set up you're going to want to set up that, you're just going to want to keep an eye. Sorry, I'm trying to get the stopwatch all set up. You're just going to want to keep an eye on the counter here that we've got going. So I'll have that right up there in the corner right there. And so if you happen to, not have a physical copy, you have to watch it on Pluto TV and you get a commercial, you can still catch right back up with us and follow along with the stream and be right in sync with us. So I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for hanging out last night, talking about the movies from your childhood that you just couldn't stop watching, that just, influenced you so much and you kept on going back to. And thank you so much for everyone who's donated so far to Raymond's GoFundMe. I also have some snacks here. I got some Wild Wallaby watermelon. These are such good little licorice treats, and I'm a watermelon junkie. If you guys are ever like, what should I get Davey? What kind of snack should I get him? If there's some sort of watermelon something or other. And then I also have, Nature's Bakery, little raspberry fig bar. I made some spaghetti before jumping in here, but just was setting everything up. And then I had issues with the hooking up the PlayStation to this TV. It's an older TV, and it was like, change the resolution. And I'm like, I'm a total moron. How do I change the resolution? So I got it figured out. Appreciate your guys' patience. Absolutely. And let's see. We do have a poll in the chat as well. What do you rate Friday the 13th part 8? Jason Takes Manhattan. We got 44% of 18 people have said complete and utter shit show. 33% have said, it's passable. And 22% have said top tier within the franchise. So, wow, that's pretty amazing. I even had my eyes fluttered as I was thinking about it because I'm surprised. All right. Let me say what's up to everybody here in the chat. We got one of our great channel members, Big Rod, says for me, it's somewhere between complete shit show and watchable. I don't really hate it, but it's a background movie for sure. Yeah, I put it on while I was making some food earlier today, just so I could get a few ideas for some jokes. I try to do a little bit of prep for you guys on the Davey Science Theater. Admittedly, I'm not as funny as the people that worked on Mystery Science Theater, so you're not going to get that high level of riffage from me, but I've been watching the show since like 94, so hopefully I can give you guys at least a few chuckles here or there. We got Gary, our guy Blue Wolf 87 says, hey everyone, the wolf is here. What's happening, Gary? King Matthew III says, I'm kind of late on the Friday the 13th movies. I grew up on Nightmare on Elm Street and found that more enjoyable. No offense to the Friday fans, but I started the Friday films, and I think the best is 4. That's probably the fan favorite, King Matthew. Part 6 is my favorite, but part 4 is just right behind it in the number 2 spot. And yeah, I mean, it's we're a really welcoming, awesome community here, Matthew. So no one's going to give you a hard time for preferring one of the big 3 over another one of the big 3. For me, A Nightmare on Elm Street is ranked 3rd out of those. But man, the films that are good in that series are really, really good. Sorry, guys. I got some weird thing going on with my contact. Hopefully it settles itself out and I stop twitching my eyes here. Matthew follows up with, also, I didn't really like the Friday films at first as much as I did Nightmare on Elm Street, but I think the best Friday, following up with part 3 or part 4. Kind of like Scream more. I totally get that as well. What's happening, Ashton? It says, hey, howdy, hey. Hope you're doing well. We got our guy, Coy, Happy Sanjo, saying, hey, everyone, what's happening, Coy? One of our great channel members here. Yes, it always is. I have to adjust it to the right side just to sort of even out the muscle memory there. Adrian James, what's happening, Adrian? Hope you are doing well. What's happening, Gene? So great to see you. Thank you for joining us. We got Brooke Scarlett, one of our great Death Squad mods and channel members in the chat. How are you doing, Brooke? Love that sweet, beautiful face there that you've got in the icon. Just what a cutie, huh? Not trying anything, just saying what a cutie. We got Dave Vanderhoff says, I would stay, but the NFL playoffs are on. Have a good one. Well, hey, Dave, once the playoff games are over, if you want to jump back in, I totally understand that. I think it's a small percentage of us that are fans of both. I am a huge NFL fan. My boys are playing tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, so I'm going to be able to watch those guys take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Really looking forward to that. Yeah, man, have fun watching the NFL. Feel free to jump back in and let me know how the game's going, because I'm not going to be checking while I'm on the stream. I may be able to catch the very end, though. Jordan Decker, one of our great channel members, jumps in and says, I've got 3 screens going right now. Davey on my laptop, Friday the 13th on my TV, and UFC on my phone. Ooh, going to be some sensory overload going on here. Well, at least with Jason Takes Manhattan, you don't have to pay too much attention, right? Let me see who else we got jumping on in here. Let's see. We got Jamie Hart, our original Death Squad mod and channel member. Jamie and I are working on putting together a little stream here to talk about the Evil Dead. We're both massive fans of the Evil Dead, and I've talked about it on a couple streams, just a little bit, and covered the news on Evil Dead Burn, the Sebastian Vanacek film that I think is slated for 2026. And then, I put together a franchise ranking of Evil Dead as well. So check those out if you want. And Jamie and I are going to be doing a deep dive, maybe similar to what Coy and I did with Scream, not talking about the same exact topics, but just sort of doing that deep dive of that franchise. What's happening, Gina? How are you doing? We got my chunky Jordy in the chat, all the way out in the UK, one of our great channel members. Hope you are doing well. And we got Shay Rants hanging out, says, can't wait for this watch party of Friday the 13th, part 8, Jason on a boat. Hell yeah, yeah, Jason takes a cruise, all that kind of fun stuff. We got Gory Tiger in the chat. What's happening, Gory? Hope you're doing well. Wander This World 97 says, if you spend a week in Minnesota, you pick up a lot of the dry MST3K humor. Yep. From Hopkins, Minnesota, KTMA Channel 13 is where Mystery Science Theater got its humble beginnings. And then after just like, I think, a year of that, picked up by the Comedy Channel, which ended up turning into Comedy Central. Yeah, when I visited Minneapolis, it felt so cool just to be near where the show started. It's such an important show in my life. Wander This World. Blue Wolf says, I like the final girl Rennie. She's cute. I also like the other characters in the film. The principal was a straight up jerk. Yeah, and I don't even know if he's a principal or if he's a teacher or what the heck's going on, because they have to like show a final project to him. So I don't know what his role is. He's also Rennie's jerky uncle as well. That actor, I'm struggling to think of his name. I really should bring up the IMDb just so I can reference everyone as we get going. But I've seen him in a whole bunch of stuff. Speaking of Mystery Science Theater, he was in an episode from a movie called Agent for Harm, and it's Agent for HARM. And it's basically, a James Bond ripoff, American James Bond ripoff. And I've always enjoyed him as a performer, because he is just, he's believable, especially here as the jerk. I mean, can't stand the character, love the actor for the performance for sure. And let me see, what was this guy's name? Peter Mark Richmond as Charles McCulloch. Well, there we go. There we go. I'm full of all sorts of tidbits that I rip right from IMDb. What's happening? Adrian Phillips, one of our great channel members, says Friday the 13th, part 8 had a dog, which kind of helps it. Probably my least favorite, but Jason Goes to Hell is some stiff competition. Yeah, Jason Goes to Hell is an oddball. It sure is an oddball of a film. Yep, absolutely. Let me see who else we got hanging out here. It looks like I've caught up with everybody that's dropped into the chat. Hopefully you guys have voted on the poll. We have 20 votes. 40% say complete and utter shit show. 40% say, it's passable. 20% say top tier within the franchise. More power to ya, y'all. All right, guys, let's see here. We're about 13 minutes into the stream. I'm going to have a sip of my water. We'll see who else stumbles on in here. I moved it. Usually I do my, watch parties at about like 6 p.m. Eastern time. But I noticed, Dean Renner, one of our great channel members from Enter the Cinevault, he works, he's a bartender, and he, has to go and work on the weekends because that's where you make your money. And he had to jump out right at the end of our last watch party. So I bumped it up to 5 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully that works for everyone. Jean says she doesn't mind this movie. All right. Hell yeah, Jean. We got Castellar. Danielle Garcia says, at least this film has a good soundtrack. Yeah, and it's got a very wet Jason. I saw this movie on TV for the first time. So, it's very highly censored and edited as far as the kills go, and I don't think there's really any nudity. There's a little bit of cheek, but pretty much on TV it was the same, other than maybe showing the girls snorting the drugs and maybe a couple bad words there. Hey, more power to them though, Jordan. If they love it, they love it. So you know what I mean. Hey, Davey, I'm new to the channel, but what does Science Theater 3000 mean? So, Matthew, yeah, man, I'm so pumped that you keep on coming back. I hope you've subscribed. I would imagine you have, and you've hit that notification bell, because I've seen you in all the streams since you jumped in just the other night. So, Mystery Science Theater 3000 is a television show. I think it's still going. I think they're just running it from their website now. But it was a show that started back in like 87 or 88. On a cable access show in Hopkins, Minnesota. And then, it went to Comedy Central. There were 10 years on Comedy Central and Sci-Fi combined. And it's a show where you see the theater seats like down below me. It's a show where a guy gets sent into space and he takes, it's a comedy show. A guy gets sent into space by mad scientists. They want to find the one movie that will break the human spirit so they can conquer the world. And he takes pieces of the ship and creates robot friends, and they sit in the theater and they watch the bad movie and make fun of it. And they use real bad movies. So it's not like made up or anything. They would either find public domain movies or pay for the rights, what have you, and make fun of the film. So, for me, it was just like right up my alley. I love that idea of watching something and turning it into something that it wasn't originally intended to. I always call it comedic Dadaism, because Dada was the artist that would take a urinal and like turn it upside down and put a plant in it, and like that was art. So he took something that pre-existed and then just augmented it to make it a piece of art. I still prefer part 6 as well. Part 6 is easily my favorite in the franchise. What's happening? We got Leanna Bevy Rage in the house, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. Hope you are having a lovely Saturday as well, Leanna. How you doing? And who else? We got Andy Radu says, I love Mystery Science Theater 3000. All right, Andy. Well, so I'm going to need your help making fun of this movie. The more nudity there is, the better the movie is. Yeah, well, this is definitely not our kind of movie, so I guess I understand how you feel about it. A whole new cast on the show, Davey. Yeah, they've got Jonah Ray, and the robots are voiced by different people. They've had cameos from some of the original cast members, which I think is really cool. And I believe that Joel Hodgson is still, in charge of everything and executive producing and all that kind of fun stuff. We got Paula Fitzhenry. What's happening, Paula? Good to see you. Toronto Freddy says, can't wait. I love Jason Takes Vancouver. I mean, Manhattan. Yeah, guys, Vancouver for most of the shoot. And it's really funny. I grew up in Juneau, Alaska, probably about 800 miles north of Vancouver, give or take. And it looks, when they are getting on the boat at the beginning of the movie, that's like exactly what my hometown looks like. So it's kind of brings me back to Juneau, Alaska, for sure. Let's see here. Let's see. Mike Nelson, Bill Corbett, and Kevin Murphy moved on to something called they did. Yeah, they do riff tracks, which is basically the same thing. I love riff tracks. It's good stuff. I love all those guys. They are hilarious. Hey, Davey, here's an idea for a movie to make fun of next. Scream 3 or 4. I really love Scream 4. Maybe we could do one of those. I mean, Scream 3 is like pretty comedic out of all of them. We can find something to do where, Coy and I are definitely going to talk about Scream 4, 5, and 6 when he comes back on the channel. So we'll get in. If we have any digs at that time, we'll get them in at that time. But certainly, guys, if you're watching after the fact, or even if you're watching live right now, you can still drop in, I think, and leave a comment and let me know what film you want to see made fun of on Davey Science Theater 3000. At the beginning of the poll that I put out there on the community tab, let me just go and check where that's at right now. Let's see here. The poll was started out like Jason Takes Manhattan was like 47%, something like that at the beginning of it all. And then, we've got 75 votes right now, and it went down to 40%. Halloween 5 started climbing the ranks and was second place with 27%. I think that would be a really fun one to make fun of as well. That movie bores the hell out of me. By the time that there's like the car chase and everything, I'm ready for it to end within the next 15 minutes, but it goes on for like 25 minutes longer. So pretty rough. I did see the one for the original Halloween. Yeah, where they keep on making fun of how slow it is. They're like, Halloween, the scariest movie. Yeah, that's the cool thing about riff tracks, is they tear apart even some movies that are actually beloved. So I dig that. Yeah, Scream 5 or 6 I could make fun of for sure. Absolutely. Yes. Buccaneer Bruce, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Halloween 5 is friggin' boring. They need to trim about 10 to 15 minutes off that movie. I'm sorry to hear that you're having to manage some pain there, Jamie. Hopefully you're feeling okay, and hopefully everything just stays cool in the chat. You should make fun of Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Yeah, that was in the poll as well. And that one was about like 20-some%. It dropped down to 24%. That was the second place right when everything kicked off. But it dipped below Halloween 5 because everyone would rather see me make fun of Halloween 5 or so. Gene says, I say you don't need nudity in a slasher movie to be good. That's just me. Yeah, I don't think that you do. But I think it's sort of part and parcel. It's like the whole, an act that could create life so closely juxtaposed to an act that ends life, that is sort of like that contrast there, that I think is why it became a trope. And also they wanted a bunch of teenagers to fill the seats in the movie theater. So you give them blood, butts, and boobs, and they keep on coming back for more. Let's see here. Halloween Resurrection is the greatest movie of all time. And now I have to go vomit, says Jordan Decker. All right, everyone. I think we're ready to get this rolling. Holy cow, we have 29 people in the chat. Guys, let me know in the chat, or if you're watching after the fact, let me know in the comments section if you're watching the movie along with the stream. What's happening, Prince? Good morning to you, sir. Hope you are doing well. And yeah, guys, just a couple more things before we get going. I just want to reiterate the GoFundMe for Raymond. There's a link pinned in the chat. It's also in the description of the video and stream. So if you want to donate to Raymond's GoFundMe, that's where you can find that. Also, as you can see down below in the ticker, we've just relaunched the merch site. So we added new gear. There's a whole bunch of really fun Davey Science Theater stuff. That was Leanna's idea to make a whole line of Davey Science Theater stuff. So really pumped on that. And if you use the discount code EARLYBIRD, all capitals, all one word, you get 10% at your checkout. So, you know, think about doing that if you want to get some Davey Death Ray gear. There's some really fun stuff. There's some, you know, for you guys that are in colder parts of the world right now, there's, you know, some good old hoodies and fun stuff like that. Even a little crop top hoodie if you're a lady that likes to go to the gym, but you want to be able to get some air to your torso. You can rep some Davey Death Ray stuff while you lift your weights and get your fit on. Jordan says blood, butts, and boobs. Great name for a channel. That could be a fun little like discussion channel or discussion show. Although I'm sure, you know, YouTube would be like, what the hell's this? All right. I can't stream the movie because they would shut me down if I did, but I appreciate you throwing the thought out there, Andy. And yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get this rolling. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. So yeah, guys, I'm going to be watching this on my Blu-ray. Let's go ahead and cut the music. There we go. And now it's just me, Davey ASMR. Gina says, sorry, I'm not torturing myself with this film. My Blu-ray player is set to start where I left my Dexter episode before I went to bed. I'll just listen. All right. No worries at all. Of course, Jamie, we got your back. I hope you feel well soon. And yeah, I'm you know, you're always in my thoughts and always thinking about, you know, you finding that better health for sure. Darkest side of the night burns like a fire for the wasted lives. That's a great quote from the beautiful theme song. Maybe one of the best maybe one of the best parts of the film for sure. Yeah, the song is much better than the movie. That's for sure. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get going here. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, we are going to start, we're going to start the timer, the stopwatch, and the film. So, all right. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, the Paramount logo. The disc took a second to get going, so I paused the stopwatch and started it again just so everyone can be in sync here. I'm going to have to tilt the TV 1 second. Oh, and we got the World Trade Center hanging out. John says space, Manhattan, space, Manhattan. Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn. Ooh, saw it in the theater. It's in my bottom 5 slasher movies. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I probably will, King Matthew, because I usually watch those movies about once a year. How much can you guys hear on my microphone? I don't want to get demonetized, so I'm going to turn down the TV really quick. There we go. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better with me talking here, and they won't punish me at all for it. And Jamie Hart saw it in the theater. It's copyright Jamie Hart trademark. Ooh, air fried cheeseburger. Didn't even know that was a possibility. Guess you can air fry anything nowadays, huh? Yeah, in Times Square for a few minutes. And we get like a little montage of all the, these creepy, druggy assaulters hanging out in the, in the alleyway of Vancouver, no doubt. Oh, Splinter. Taking a little bath there, a little rat bath. Oh, the diner. Yeah. We're going to see Ken Kurtzinger in this diner a little bit later, who was Jason in Freddy versus Jason. I love the woman that's just, can I get more coffee, more coffee, more coffee? Ah, New York, the cleanest city around. You guys can walk up the escalator too, or walk down. You don't have to just stand there. What's with people? They get on an escalator, they just stand there. Like, don't you get the idea that you can continue to walk and move twice as fast? Here are our creeps from later, shooting up and freebasing and all that kind of healthy stuff that you do on a weekend when you're in Vancouver, Manhattan. Thank you so much, Gene. Really appreciate you. He's not Jason in Jason Takes Manhattan, Gary. He's the cook in the diner later on in the film. When we get there, I'll bring it up. Yeah, Jason like throws him against the mirror. Ooh, put on the Spanish version. Nice. And here we go, Crystal Lake, which I guess Crystal Lake is now a lake that has a river that connects to it, that you could take like a pretty good sized boat. This is like, I always thought lakes were just like singular bodies of water. Seems like this is kind of a big boat to be putting into Crystal Lake. It's just me. I'm not trying to tell everyone what to do. But a pretty big boat. Ooh, and we got so much curly hair. They're about to just tangle into one another. I can't tell which one's the broad. Yeah, a radio station that shouts out the senior class of a high school. Yeah, probably not. Ooh, what a smooth back. Just got waxed. I love you. Way to kill the boner with that love crap. Oh, we do. I saw a little nippy. Oh, there. Yeah, I forgot about that. I do like her sweet little thick strap on the French cut there, the hip cut. Ooh, when we get a little cheek and a little crack, good to see. I've always been a bigger fan of the booty. I don't know about you guys. I want to start a website called buttsoverboobs.com, because to me, a nice booty is just a little more important, Probably the Muppets, Scott. Welcome to the chat, man. Is this your first time hanging out with the Death Squad? If so, welcome. Everybody make Scott feel welcome from y'all. Yeah, side boob with some nippy. Not so bad. Oh, I love Melissa's kill from part 7. Yeah, she's the biggest jerk. I mean, it's awesome to see her get her comeuppance for sure. Part 8 had the best Mortal Kombat punch out death blow. We're about to see that in about an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, it is in New Jersey. It's always just been a straight up lake, though. And here seems to be a big enough lake to put a giant boat in. Yes. Yes, Andy, you're absolutely right. There we go. We got some welcome Scott hanging out. Yeah, welcome Scott. I don't think that he copied him. I mean, he just, plenty of people have been to New York. So, no big deal. They're watching this movie. I think the guy's name is Jason at the beginning of part 6. I think he ends up turning on his TV and this movie is on, or there's a poster in the background or something like that. We got Fachi Cinema in the house. What's happening, Matt? Great to see you. One of our amazing Death Squad mods. Hope you're doing well, Matt. Always good to see you, man. Best of luck to your boys tomorrow. Yeah, that's probably the best kill. I don't know. The one, is it Kelly Hu? Is that the actress's name? where she just gets slammed into the ground in the disco. Yeah, that one is pretty hardcore. Wow, I'm looking at the IMDb. She still looks great with that silver hair. Way to go, Kelly. Keeping it together. Hell yeah, man. Nicholas Priori says, got this movie memorized. Don't even need to watch along. I know where it's at. Yeah, Jason's being woken up. Somehow smoke is coming out of the water. I don't know if that's a thing that happens. Correct me if I'm wrong if we have any scientists out there. Yeah, I grew up watching that show, Andy. Thank you so much, Matt. No, I'm done watching. I think versus movies are just, yeah, whatever. It's like better for a comic book, probably. If I'm going to watch a Michael Myers movie, I'd just rather him be the one. Oh, and look at this. Just sopping wet Jason Voorhees. Wetter than a girl on prom night. Know what I mean? Thank you so much for the reminder, Leanna. Don't forget to slash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share with a friend, and consider joining the Death Squad. Just 99 cents. Gets you in at that lowest tier. What's happening, Zub-Zero? Great to see you, bud. Welcome on in. Oh, yeah, Kelly Hoot. That's her. Okay. Yeah. I love X2. That's one of my favorites. The good X-Men movies are some of the best comic book movies, in my opinion. Oh, we got Roy. Oh, no, wait. It's just the guy. It's just the boyfriend. I had a knife like that was like a plastic knife that did like a screaming sound. So when I dressed up as Michael Myers when I was a kid for Halloween, you put batteries in it and it would just do this like, ah! He is. Wow, look at that guy's lavender undies. Lilac, maybe even. Jason's the Mad Butcher of the Sea and New York. Yes. The river bath is the first time he's cleaned himself up in years. Yeah, he is. And it's so like I kind of like that look for Jason. I know it doesn't make any sense, but the idea that he's just so waterlogged that he stays like dripping wet the whole movie. Just like me. Which one? The boyfriend? I don't think I've ever seen this guy in anything else. What's his name? Let me see if I can find him. He probably isn't even going to pop up here. Yeah, I don't think he's popping up. I'd have to look into the whole cast to find his little. Oh, another boner killer. Even worse than saying I love you. I love it. She's just out of there. She's like, well, I'm out. Oh, right in the, I don't know, lower abdomen. You gotta love that trope too, looking at the blood as if that changes anything. These curtains are terrible. Oh. I'll take that. Pull it out of the particle board there. Yeah, well, hey, if you're from Crystal Lake, I guess it's just one of those things, right? Irreverent humor, Jordan. Yeah, King Matthew, that's definitely one of the more memorable scenes. What, you don't remember the girl trying to seduce Charles with the biology project painted on her body? Yeah, I've never seen Fear. What's happening, Ryan? Welcome on into the chat. She should have just jumped off the boat. Why are you going to be hiding from Jason? You know he's going to find you. Just jump off the boat. I love that he's like taking his time. Jason's never been that way, taking his time. I'm trying to play Operation. Can I grab your spleen there? Oh, no. All right. Sorry. And the mask is sort of yellowed. Was Jason, smoking a lot of cigarettes when he was in the lake, or? Gotta love the boat's name, Lazarus. Nice little joke. But yeah, guys, all of this is like exactly what my hometown looked like. Just, green, evergreen trees, rain, gray, rain all over. And, Rennie may be cute, Gary, but the fashion, and I'm not even a fashion critic. I mean, look at me. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt with slasher villains all over it, but it's like a Weird Al, like a horror version of Weird Al shirt I'm wearing. But the fashion here, like 89, it's always like when the decade turns that the fashion is always so terrible. Always. Hey, what's happening, Aria? What's up? Right back to you. I think Jason is a lot of fun too. I love these movies. Yeah, I need to check it out. I mean, I think it came out when I was in high school. I just totally missed it. But that's got William Peterson and Mark Wahlberg in it as well. He is great with the kids. I found him as a kid on USA Up All Night. Yeah, it's a great little nod. There's Charles, our guy, just the biggest dick, one of the biggest jerks in all of cinema. He's right up there with John Strode from Curse of Michael Myers. What are some other great dickheads of horror? I guess Ronnie from the Rob Zombie Halloween remake as well. And of course Melissa from, The New Blood. Yeah, the outfit, like the mom jeans, like belted above her belly button. What's happening? What is happening? Damn it, I had a good joke about Rennie and a fountain pen. I'll let that one slide. Does it vibrate? The lady here is trying to kind of pull off Ellen Brody sort of look here. Yeah, and Rhonda. What was Rhonda's last name? Trying to remember. I loved both of them. Yeah, I mean, Gilbert was hilarious. And even though Rhonda, like looking back, isn't really that cute, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, a blonde in like a dress that shows cleavage. It was very easy to pique my interest there. Yeah, that kill right there set the tone. They try to add suspense to it, left me dumbfounded. Yeah, he's just moving so slow. He's never been that way. Oh, and here we got the classic, dad trying to push his career on the son. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Lame, Dad. They got those goddamn computers. Oh, man, some rough teeth here I'm noticing as well. It was a different time. People didn't take care of themselves. This guy on the right, the son, is sort of like, I want to call him not Sasha Jensen from Halloween 4. He's almost there. He's just not quite Sasha Jensen. His eyebrows just aren't thick enough. I don't know. But ladies, let me know. Is he more handsome than Sasha or less handsome than Sasha? You let me know in the chat or in the comments. There we go. Jamie says Rhonda Shear. Thank you so much. And we got Eli Cortez, one of our great Death Squad mods and channel members, says, what's up, Davey and the mighty Death Squad? I'll be popping in and out. I'm at work right now. Well, hey, man, really appreciate you jumping in and saying what's up. Hopefully you get to enjoy some of this. I don't want your life. I mean, it's perfect. James Vanderbeek, and he would say that. Yes. Yeah, Kane is great as Jason. He's just in a lot of bad movies. A lot of bad movies. Yep, the Scream Queen, Leanna. Yep, yeah, Gary. I think he's kind of got a similar look as Sasha Jensen there. Also in Dazed and Confused, of course. The fabulous Richard Linklater movie. Just bad genes, bad, fashion hanging over from the early to mid 80s that's still hanging out in 89. It's rough stuff. Rough stuff. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I totally missed that. Oh, we got the disco. Did the guy really do this move? And then the clap. Wow, it's some white boy moves right there. Got a whole bunch of Elaine dancing going on here. Just staring at people making out. You creep. Get the hell out of here. Go find somebody to kiss, weirdo. Should I jump over? Not today. I was watching you watch people kiss. Dynamite Tiger, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Dynamite? Great to see you. We love the Tigers here. We absolutely do, Leanna. Hey, Chester Franklin Jr., what's happening? Chester says, just here to say hello. Hope you have a great stream, Davey. Thank you so much, man. If you want to watch later on, then feel free to jump back in. Or just the next time you want to watch Jason Takes Manhattan, maybe you want to kick it with the Death Squad. Feel free. I hope you have a great rest of your day, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, shooting clay targets on a school trip. It was a different time. Hey, kids, here's a gun. Love seeing everyone. Welcome on in, Chester and Dynamite and Gory. Love it. You guys are amazing to each other. Love the Death Squad fam. Look at that. We have 24 people hanging out in the stream right now. To jump back into our poll really quick, 36 votes, 44% say, it's passable. 45% say, it's passable. 34% say complete and utter shit show, and 21% say top tier within the franchise. Very interesting. Upbeat rock music, says the subtitles. I love it. It's very sophisticated what she has here. She's got a little boombox that just plays everything else, and then she just gets to really rip along like it's an amp built in. She's pretty hot. I will say, a rock and roll. The first time I saw somewhat good looking ladies playing music, I totally understood why ladies don't mind if a guy isn't the best looking guy as long as he's in a rock and roll band, because it definitely ups you a couple notches. So if you're a 5 or a 6, it brings you up to like a 7 or an 8 if you've got a guitar and you're rocking it. So, and she's cute anyways. This guy's kind of got a Matt Damon nerdy sort of look. Love that guitar. Little flying V purple action. Yeah, just go rub one out and find a girl that's more in your league, bud. Stop being so horned up. Yeah, I think the rocker is sexier than the blonde, right? Am I crazy? Annie, is that you? Her hair is friggin' massive. Oh my God, is that a wig? Wandering around with her shit. Ooh, soppy Jason. Drip, drip. Diarrhea is like a raging storm inside your body. I'd hate if something bad happened. It'd be a shame if something bad happened to you on this boat ride. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, she gets she's not long for this movie here. Give me that hockey mask, boy. Oh, okay. You think Rennie's cuter than all the girls. All right. I'm not going to argue with you on that one. Takes all kinds. Takes all kinds, Gary. Yeah, Jordan, been there. Which is your favorite Jason mask? Mine has to be Jason Goes to Hell. I think my favorite one's probably, I love the first appearance in part 3. Part 4 is great. It's got the hatchet mark from the end of part 3. I really like that one. I'm trying, Eli. I probably should have had a little more to eat today to be on it a little bit more. But also I like interacting with you guys. So I'll make some jokes and all that kind of fun stuff, but you know, we'll also just get a good hang on. What's happening, Sam? So great to see ya. If you guys haven't checked out Our Life in Horror, go ahead and give their channel a gander. Check out some of their videos and lives and see if you want to throw that sub if you haven't already. Oh, that excited the deckhand, the ship, the you know, employee on the ship was. Love hearing a lady scream. Ooh, and now Jason's a music critic. Like, come on, dude, come on. This guitar chick could have been the final girl. She has a Sarah Connor thing going for her. Oh yeah, the big hair. Yeah, yeah. The part 4 mask is so good. I think I like the look of Jason in part 6 the most, though. I mean, that's my favorite film in the franchise, and I love the look. But I mean, like, you know, Richard Brooker, you know, Ted White, awesome as well. They'll probably do something like that, right? I would imagine they would. I had no idea. I don't remember the character. Who is Nancy on Home Improvement? Is that one of like Jill's friends? I love Home Improvement. Really, really good show. Sam, it's streaming on Pluto TV. There, I think it looks like there's a couple commercial breaks, but we have the ticker going on right there, so you can always catch up. And there's a link in the description below if you want to watch it on Pluto TV. Part 7 is Adrian's favorite mask. Yeah, that's a really good look too. Great look, bad movie. And I'm going to have a little fig bar snack here, guys. Don't mind me. Her hair is awesome. I will say that, Gary. Sexy wild woman hair. I love sexy wild woman hair. I don't know what it is. It's like, ooh, are you a tough cave woman that's going to throw me around and show me what to do? Have at it, girl. I've put in enough of the initiative so far in my life, you know. Sometimes you just want to be thrown around and treated like a piece of meat. Am I right? I mean, am I wrong here? Let me know. Let me know. Crazy glow up from this to the documentary. Yeah, I think I've seen that. And you know what, guys? I will say this. If you own the Blu-ray or whatever copy, if it has the commentary on it, you should watch the commentary because it's so it is Jensen Daggett and what's his face? Where is he here? Is it Scott Reeves? Is that who it is? Sean? Whoever it is that's her like crush in this movie, they do a commentary on the Blu-ray. It's really entertaining. Like I would say it's probably even better than just watching the movie. They just sort of like they like laugh at the fashion and the way they looked and all the like funny moments, and they recall the times when they had to like kiss and all that like really funny stuff. It's a total blast watching their commentary or listening to their commentary. Yeah, I kind of covered that on the show here, King Matthew. So if you look back on my live tab, if you search Friday the 13th within the channel, you'll find my coverage there. So whenever they announce something new or, you know, something comes out on Bloody Disgusting or something, I usually hop on a live and talk about it. I've got my doubts that show's ever really going to happen, and even bigger doubts that it's going to be high quality when it does come out. Yeah, man, it's not just guys that turn into silver foxes or like, you know, get hotter as they get older. I know that that's sort of like the general trend. But yeah, sometimes there are ladies where it's like, holy cow, you look better now. Judy Aronson, Scatchamagausa. Yeah, I'll have to check out that documentary again. I know I've watched it before. It's just something I don't know if I've revisited. Sam's only seen the first 25 minutes of the movie, so super weird that that's where you're at. Found it. Awesome. Yeah, Sam, this movie is by no means a good movie, but I still think it's fun to watch, for sure. Jill's sister. Okay, sounds about right. Do they try to hook her up with Al? They probably do. Batshit scary in the house. What's happening, Batshit? Hope you are doing well. And my apologies, I forgot to mention it here. Our Life in Horror are channel members as well. Thank you so much for the membership. Maybe it was gifted to you, but thank you anyway. I love how every student's hobby is being fulfilled on this half-hour boat ride from New Jersey to NYC. A little something for everyone. Cody met Kimberly Beck. Is that the hot bitchy girl? Kimberly Beck? Or are we talking about a totally different movie? Cody? You're throwing me off, man. Stay on topic. Stay on target. I'm just joking. Yeah, isn't Kimberly Beck your girl from Final Chapter? You're always talking about her. Who would I cast in a Friday the 13th prequel? Oh, I would never cast Jensen Ackles in anything that's not a TV show. So I guess if it's a TV show, maybe he could be Jason's dad. He's way too old to be a counselor. He's like 50 or very close to it. Way too old to be a counselor. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Jensen Ackles guy. I've never seen Supernatural. I've heard that show's really good. And maybe he's better on the TV show. I think he was on Smallville for a little bit. I didn't really enjoy him there. The My Bloody Valentine remake is like okay, but I don't really like him there either. Peer pressuring that booga sugar. Next time you do coke, save some for me, says Charles. Relax. Oh my goodness. She rivals Melissa for bitchiness. That is true. She does have that kind of bitchy hot thing going on, though. I've been known to fall for that a time or two. Jordan says, I'm sure I'll get hotter as I get older, as in corpse old. You never know, man. Patrick Dempsey won sexiest man alive at age 61. Yeah, Coy. Always, man, Coy is gifted a lot. Coy, Cody, and Leanna are probably responsible for half of the memberships at least. Really appreciate the folks that stay on with the membership. Afterwards, I need to get back into doing some members only stuff for you. It just kind of got crazy during the holidays, but we'll get back to it. Oh, Billy Judd, welcome to the chat, man. I did not know that. That's just something that they had to cut out because the MPAA, I'm guessing. Yeah, yep, you're right. Padalecki was in the Friday remake. He's okay in that one. I think he's a better actor than Jensen Ackles, for sure. Hopefully I haven't either, Leanna. I'm hoping there's some, something good in the future here. Yeah, it's a friggin' pleasure cruise, Jordan. I would love it if Jason would have just sat down and like got a sweat on for a second. He just kills the dude and just sits down and just like rests his like head on his hand, puts a towel on, wraps a towel around the top of his head. Ooh, the treasure trail? Oh, happy trail, treasure trail. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, the tummy hair there. It took me a minute. Is that a Pennsylvania thing, Leanna, or an Italian thing? I don't know. Andy, I really like the remake. I think it's, in the like if you split the franchise into thirds, I think it's in that middle part, like closer to the top tier. I really enjoy it. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think Jason's really interesting in it. Probably the most interesting he's ever been to me. Yeah, he's way better. Yeah, Jensen just always looks like brooding, and it's just like so one note with Jensen. Hot chick overboard, somebody jump out there and get her. Yeah, there we go, bud. That's how you get past the friend zone, you know? You gotta save her life. Or in the case of Die Hard, like maybe your marriage is on the rocks. You just fly to LA, thwart some thieving terrorists, and then save the, whole entire company. It's. And then maybe the relationship's still rocky after that because chicks are hard to please. Oh, stop it, Jamie. Stop that. Never too late. Never too late. Headcanon, the salty sailor in this used to get drunk with Crazy Ralph and the Gravedigger in part 6. At least Crazy Ralph. He's like Crazy Ralph's brother. They should have called him, I don't know, Crazy Eddie. Are they reenacting the painting of Jesus, like, laying with the sentinel soldier? Give her back to me. She's mine. Well, where the hell were you, Charles? Give me those towels. This guy giving it his all, man. Love the performance. Yeah, that opening scene's one of the best in horror history. Favorite movie ever, Sam? Or just favorite of the series? I can totally see that. I think the remake's really good. It's a damn shame they didn't follow it up. There you go, Cody. Except for Twin Peaks, the only peaks you've hit. There you go. Making Mystery Science Theater jokes about chats in the chat. That's next level. That's like 2 extra next levels there, Cody. Good shit. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for her though. She's a jerk and she's a cokehead, F her. Get out of here with that noise, Tamara or Tamara. I've never. How do you pronounce that name? It's like Leanna and Liana. And she had to literally tell me, "You keep on saying my name wrong, dude." You guys ever heard that song "Tamara is a Punk" by the Queers? It's a really fun pop punk song. Oh yeah, the 2 Alice Cooper songs are amazing. Yeah, Chester, I'm right there with you, man. We are on the same page. Part 6, Jason Lives, is easily my favorite of the franchise. Easily. Megan and Tommy have such great chemistry. A lot of the characters are really fun. It's just got such a great feel, such great performances. And boom, smoke show. I love how he's just sort of like, I'm going to stay around to see and just see where it goes. Because maybe she's not planning anything that could ever get me in trouble. That ass, man. Ooh, and that tum. Yeah. This is just smart casting right here, people. Just smart casting. Hot bitchy blonde. Sign me up. Fave horror movie. It's a comfort film. Yeah, I really love it. Coolio and Weird Al. What did I miss here? Been spending most our life. Nah, Jamie, you're in the I don't give a fuck phase, which is very fire. It's true. She was very nice about it. She was like, "Guy, that's not even how you say my name, idiot." And you, I love this. What a threat. You're not going to be the first Kevin Smith. Jordan. Well, that's why you always got to start the stream with a condom on, man, just in case you have a little premature. Look at you guys. Yeah, Kelly Hu is my hall pass. I'm like, yeah, she is. You know, we keep on saying it with the actresses in this movie. I think she's better looking now. Like she's totally cute here. Don't get me wrong. But something refined and distinguished about the picture I'm seeing here on IMDb. I don't know. You guys check it out because that's pretty hot. And Cody follows up with, yeah, brother Fluff, I'm going to bust myself outright. I love Asian women, always have. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fetish. Tamara is a dick. You're absolutely right. This guy's got this like penguin walk. Jason, which one do I kill first? Which one would mom want me to kill first? Probably the girl. You can see a little bit here through the shower curtain, little well-maintained 80s bush action, maybe? I don't know. Everyone keep an eye on Jordan. Where are his hands? There you go. I love Amish Paradise. Hilarious. Yeah, talk about fake news. That's fake news right there because Weird Al doesn't have to get the artist's permission to make fun of their songs, but he does get the artist's permission. He would not parody a song without getting the artist's permission. He got the permission from Coolio, and I think Coolio, just to save face, you know, went out and acted like he was mad about it, and later on in life said that he regretted doing that. Yeah, the scores get a little weird later on. I think part 7 score is really bad too. It's just like orchestra hits and like drums. Oh, some women like to have their hair pulled. Oh, we got a little front boobage action there. I forgot about all this stuff. I don't know why. Maybe I've just, again, it's kind of a background movie. Fuck that mirror. He's like Bob from SLC Punk, or that guy from the cover of that one Face to Face record. I found the perfect piece of mirror for you, girly girl. Again, just sits there and takes it. Terrible. Yeah, Lucy Lou's good too. Rednecks dating Asians. Yeah, you know, sampled. Would you say it's the perfect storm? Grab that, double hands. Very like odd direction here. Like the director's like, now Kane, be so slow. We really want to make sure everyone knows, gets a full look at each piece of weaponry here. He'll end up a loser like my kid. Not a bad group there. Mila Jovovich. Ay, ay, ay. Sebastian, what's happening, bud? How you doing? So great to see you. We are watching and making fun of Jason Takes Manhattan. Yeah, for sure. That was the thing. It was the thing. You can tell she looked surprised after she pushed Rennie because when she umped her with her back turn, she gasped as she felt. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's almost like the actress like didn't like that. It seems like a real laugh. Better final girl? Oh, Sydney Prescott's the best final girl out of those three. I think she's one of the best ones. Slow motion Jason. The nice little. You could see the thing on the Blu-ray. You probably couldn't see it on a VHS, but on the Blu-ray, you can see that already there. "44 votes in our poll. 41% say, Jason Takes Manhattan is passable. 39% say complete and utter shit show. 20% say top tier within the franchise. Wow. Yeah, guys, we've got the link pinned in the chat, and there's the link is in the description as well. So, if you want to donate to Raymond's GoFundMe, right now it's sitting at $320 out of the $450 goal. And on Monday night, I'm going to be going live with Sledgehammer Horror, Frank's Media and Reviews, and Good Real Hunting. We're going to do a simulcast stream across all 4 channels to raise money for Raymond and his family. Yeah, he was always so awesome in the chat, man. Gonna miss him. Yeah, Gail doesn't hold a candle to Sydney, to me. Mayday, Mayday. No, I'm not Sasha Jensen. Why? Well, got a room full of teenage boys that can't do a goddamn thing. Yeah, that shit we probably do. That would be awesome if we did. Yeah, I'm going to put an end to your communications. Jason, why didn't you do that at the beginning of the ride, man? Come on. Come on. Yeah, Gary, unfortunately, he passed away on, I believe it was Thursday morning. So thinking about him and raising some money for his family. And yeah, it's been tough. All right, Crazy Ralph's cousin. Didn't you see the New Blood? The Carrie girl killed him. He's toast. Oh, Charles is just full of all just, Simpsons like mob mentality. Yeah, Andy, Raymond had been going through some health stuff. So, and you're relatively new. So yeah, you just must have missed him. But he was always in the chat and always really sweet and welcoming and funny and a big fan of horror and popping all over the place on YouTube for horror YouTube. Nah. Still can't believe Darren over at TSL City spent like 80 odd quid on this crap all the way back then. Yeah, well, like back then you guys probably didn't know. And I think over in the UK, you guys had to wait a little bit longer, right? For these movies. So it's sort of like, you just want to see the next Friday the 13th and there was no way to, pre-internet days, you had to take some leaps from the lion's head when it came to renting and purchasing movies sometimes. Absolutely, Ashton. Yeah, I have added Raymond's name to our channel membership card right at the very top, and we're going to keep him there. So that way, we've always got that reminder. And I encourage people, if they have a channel and they have membership access or however they want to pay tribute to Raymond, if he popped into your chats, like I encourage, everyone to do that if they're feeling it. Holy cow. Coy drops a $4.99 super chat. He's kicking things off right and says, Davey, what is top 5 favorite Mystery Science Theater? Okay. No particular order because it's too tough to rank them while I'm on a stream. Beast of Yucca Flats, San Francisco International, The Day the Earth Froze, Space Mutiny, and Danger Death Ray. Danger Death Ray, that's where I got the name for my band back in the day. I love that episode so much. It's like an Italian James Bond knockoff. Great music. It has an awesome soundtrack. It's really like, it's a bad movie, but it's like, it's not so boring. Like it's a movie on that show that you can actually get through. And that's where I got the Death Ray moniker. So when I started Danger Death Ray, we all picked fake stage names and I picked Davey Death Ray. So I used to go by Dave and David before then. And now more people know me as Davey than anything else. It's kind of wild. I always wanted a nickname, but I wanted my friends to give me the nickname because that's my older brothers, like they all had nicknames for each other. I always thought it was cool, but it's like you can't force it. You can't like ask your friends to give you a nickname. So I ended up giving one to myself. Oh, she has melted crayon all over her back. Soppin' Jason. Again, just jump off the ship. Thank you so much for the $4.99, Coy. Yeah, I think most of the Mystery Science Theater episodes, if not all, are right here on YouTube. So, you know, you can check those out if you'd like. Feel free to hit me up with a DM if you want me to write them out to you. Yeah, this is why I don't like boats. Yeah, we are not meant for the water, people. And even if you're in the best health, there's no guarantee. You know, anything could happen, and you know, it's totally, maybe it seems trite or cliched to say, but it's like you just have to sort of live that way, you know, when it comes to fear and anxiety, and you know, you just sort of kind of got to let go and live. I mean, of course, be safe and just try to stay healthy and all that stuff, and be smart when you're driving around and all that kind of stuff. But it's somebody else's terrible decision could have a massive impact on your life or the life of a loved one. And then in, you know, Raymond's case, you know, he had been dealing with health issues for some time, and they just became insurmountable. So, you know, the relatively young age of 56, it feels really young. Absolutely, Chester. Thank you so much, man. This kill here, never, never, never shake a Kelly. But this one is brutal. The stunt woman, man, this must have hurt. We gonna get the shoes falling off like in Halloween 2? Nope. That is a brutal throw. I'll throw it in the trash. What's happening, Aaron? How are you doing? Says hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late for the watch along. This Academy Award this Academy Award worthy film. Yeah, I think the director's going to get a Lifetime Achievement Award. Yeah, Kane Hodder maybe should get a Lifetime Achievement Award. These guys, again, a bunch of teenage boys that have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Pardon my language. Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Man, they cut stuff that nowadays would never be cut from an R-rated film. Yeah, Jamie. Raymond was so supportive of everyone. He was a kind and generous person. I'm going to miss him and his comments and jokes. Yeah. Me too. I've seen so many people echoing that same kind of sentiment. It's really nice to see. Ah, Leanna, I think you mean I Accuse My Parents. Really, really good one. Yes, that is an awesome episode. Very similar to some of the things that end up happening in Reefer Madness. I love the liar, liar, liar. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians is great. Yeah. Top 5 MST3K from Wander This World is Space Mutiny, Hobgoblin's Final Sacrifice, Squirm, and Puma Man. Those are all really good too. Donald Pleasance is in Puma Man. Yeah, Puma Man's awesome. Hobgoblin's really fun. Final Sacrifice, epic. Love it. Squirm, I've only seen a couple times. I think that's the second to last episode. Like from Salute Your Shorts, Jordan. Gene says, Davey, I can't remember. What is the MST3K episode where they say you sit next to Lovejoy? Do you know that one? I think they make a lot of Lovejoy jokes on, give me a second. I think it's codename Diamond Head. And I think that character that they say is Lovejoy, I think that's the guy from, oh, what's that show called? Deadwood? What's that guy's name? Chat, let me know. What's the guy's name? The older guy in Deadwood. But yeah, I think it's codename Diamond Head. He's on fire. Charbroiled. Coy says going to see Den of Thieves 2 in theaters later. First one is underrated in my opinion, and the new one is getting decent reviews. All right. Yeah, it looks like a fun little popcorn action flick. Hope you have a good time, man. What's happening, Lamontre? How you doing, man? As much crap that gets talked about Slimy Jason in this one, he's still the best part about the movie. Probably, yeah. Yeah, Kelly took the drop. Took the throwdown. I wish they did a Never Hike Alone 3 as Rennie, with Rennie as the main character like Tommy, but I'm pretty sure good old Vinny isn't doing another one. Yeah, I don't think he would go that direction, but you never know. You just never know because everything is so up in the air with the rights. Ian McShane, thank you so much, Andy. Appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah, he's in codename Diamond Head, and they keep on going, Lovejoy. Like a Burger King burger, Leanna. That's a good one too, Coy. Yeah, they had some really good ones on Netflix. I dig it. The Reptilicus episode, the first one they did, I really like that. Love the song. The Every Country Has a Monster song. Really, really good stuff. There you go, Coy, getting a little reinforcement on that one. What's happening, Ryan Swayze? How you doing? So great to see ya. Ryan, I did not enjoy In a Violent Nature. Once the novelty of the concept wore off, I just kind of got bored. I thought it was like would have made a great like 40-minute film, 45-minute film, something like that. Just sort of wore thin on me personally. Get that axe out of my face. Let me ask you a question. We got straight up like teleportation Jason here. Whoa, how'd you get there, bud? Oh, this explains why he's still wet. They're in the middle of a rainstorm. There you go. Problem solved. I really like the Gamera. Gorgo's a really good episode, though, too. Yeah. In a sleepy nature is what it felt like. Yes. Death by Walkman. Yeah, I'm kind of skeptical, but I'll probably go see that in the theater just to see what's up. Still haven't seen it in Violent Nature. Almost watched it on streaming the other night, but didn't have time to fit it in. Maybe one of these days. I love that like dance move pose that guy's in. Jason's getting sloppy. That's no way to kill a guy. You just throw him in the water, basically letting him get off scot-free. Yeah, Jordan, it's it's in a violent nature. Yes, it's raining. Also why I'm still wet. Lip sliding out of your chair. I think less people played Jason than Myers because Kane played him for like 4 movies. Or just 3? Is it just 3? 7, 8, 9. Oh no, and then Jason X. Yeah, I would say less people played Jason. I'm looking forward to it, but until we like really know a little bit more, it's tough to know. I'm just glad that Kevin Williamson's directing and that Neb's coming back. I don't know, King Matthew. Favorite kill? He's got a drippy eye. Gonna need some Visine for that one, Jason. That's exactly what you want to see. You bust into a room and she's already crawling on the floor towards you. Woo! Yeah, I don't know. Favorite kill out of all the movies? Mm, really don't know. I like the in part 6 when he like pushes the girl's head through the wall of the bathroom, like the metal, is it the mirror, and then it like pushes through on the wall. That's pretty cool. I've talked about this a little bit before. I don't want to get too bogged down with all of that, but her contract was up after Scream 6. Regardless of the reason that they decided not to bring her back, it doesn't matter. Her contract was up, so she might not have been coming back anyways. And so people just keep on going out there and saying that she was fired, which is not the right word to use. I mean, talk about fake news. She was never fired. She was just not re-signed for further films with Spyglass. And every employer on planet Earth has things that you can say and things you can't say and things you can do and things you can't do at risk of terminating your employment. And especially when you're coming up at the end of your contract, you probably want to extra make sure that you're not in violation of any of those things. So maybe a lesson learned for her as far as the business side of it goes. She seems to be okay. I think she's becoming a better actress, and I know she wants to produce films. So she's looking for an avenue to be in the production side as well as the the behind the scenes like actual producing side rather than just being on the in front of the camera production. So yeah, I think she'll be okay, and she, you know, who knows, maybe down the line she can come on back. Oh, it would have been hilarious, or at least use the conch shell to call for help, something. I mean, the lines are down. It's a really good look. Near, far, wherever you are. I want to play Michael Myers in a future film. I'd fucking nail it. How tall are you, Jordan? I don't know. We'll see. We will see, man. I thought Scream 5 and 6 were pretty honestly, so I'm ready to go back to form. What a missed opportunity the concept of this movie is, says Aaron Click. Jason Run Amok in Manhattan could have been so good. We get 15 minutes of that, and it didn't even thoroughly explore the premise. Yeah. Not only that, but it's like they, you know, I understand shooting in New York's probably really expensive, so they did what they could. Could you at least spend some money on the friggin' makeup so then when you show Jason and show little kid Jason, they don't look like a friggin' middle school production? It's really, really bad. The restaurant sleeping with the fishes, see? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Seriously, Kevin Williamson back in the director's chair after a really long time. I enjoy Rob Hedden's director commentary for Takes Manhattan. He really did the best he could with the limitations from the studio. I think Takes Manhattan is well shot. Yeah, I mean it's not a good film, but it's not like not every little bit is poorly executed. There are some things that really are. Thank you, Coy. Appreciate you, bud. I know it's controversial to just like everyone just wants to like side with the actors, side with the athletes. No one ever wants to actually like dig deep and like find out what really happened. I mean, there are people on YouTube making videos where in every single video they're talking about Melissa Barrera being fired, and she was never fired. She even came out and said it. So it's a bit ridiculous. Like, we need to be smart about the words we use and make sure that we're not just like perpetuating lies and bullshit. Yeah, I don't think Mindy signed up yet, but Chad has. Yeah, he'll probably be the first kill. That's what I would imagine. I don't think there's a release date for Thanksgiving 2, Ashton, but that's my most anticipated of 2025. I absolutely love Thanksgiving, so I'm really looking forward to the sequel. Come with me if you want to live. It was a foggy morning on the sea. We had been out 10, 12 minutes. We started looking at each other like pieces of meat to eat. Look at how small not Sasha Jensen's life jacket is, that it's like pushing his like all his baby fat up to his face. Are we there yet? Says Charles. There will be leftovers. I don't know. Yeah, Andy, Wes Craven's no longer with us. An hour into an hour and 40-minute movie called Jason Takes Manhattan, and we're still not in Manhattan. Yeah, we're just what is Jason doing? Is he just like holding on to the boat? Is he like swimming right next to him, like, hey guys, keeping pace? But what is happening here? Does he have a GPS? Is that one of his superpowers? Or does he just teleport to the dock and climb right out? Thank you for the reminder, Leanna. Yes, guys, if you haven't hit that like button, please do. It really helps the stream. Even if you're watching now, and especially if you're watching after the fact, go ahead and drop a comment. That does so much in the way of, you know, pushing the stream once we end things here. Passed out, Charles. Oh, I ate too much. Guys, some of these chats that I'm going by and not bringing up, it's because they're off topic. So, you know, while we're watching a movie, I'd hate to have somebody watch this after the fact and be like, the whole time he's talking about Scream instead of talking about the movie that is plastered all over the background and everything. So don't take any offense. It's just as the channel grows and gets bigger, I'm going to be having to stay on topic more. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Oh, I appreciate that, Jamie. I didn't even know that you had jumped in there. I appreciate that. Yeah, and it's we're not upset at anyone or anything. It's just like just to have the best stream possible for everyone, and of course for after the fact to have it, you know, be great for the people that tune in for that as well. Come with me if you want to live, laugh, and love. This is New York. Oh God, yeah. I feel like I was holding my breath for hours. Whew. Yes. Nice and soppy, just the way I like it. God, it must have been uncomfortable because I'm guessing they filmed this in the winter. Kane having to just be wet. Nice old Michael / dog head tilt. Was the Eastern Hockey League really a thing? I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Thank you so much, Coy. Really appreciate that, man. Try to keep things fun and light over here. Maybe Peace Boy John 420. Maybe Part 7's better than this one. I think they're kind of neck and neck. Part 7 has like all the gore taken out. I think the characters, yeah, are probably better, and Jason's look is better. Sure, I'd give the New Blood the edge. Not far off though. Not far off. Yeah, when I did my ranking, Jason Goes to Hell's pretty low. Or sorry, Jason Takes Manhattan's pretty low. I think Jason Goes to Hell was as well, and Jason X. You're all good, Sebastian. I just wanted to let you guys know if I end up skipping over it, and if it, especially if it's off topic and I skip over it, you know, it's just I'm just gonna keep on skipping over it. There you go, Aaron. Yeah. The dog is like, man, you're gonna shoot a dog? Who are you, Michael Myers? This scene is just, it's so upsetting. Not the kind of horror I want in my slasher movies where somebody is like, where drugs are put into somebody unwillingly. and then they're assaulted. Ugh. But it was the 80s. It seemed like that happened in 80s movies all the time. Like a woman's walking along the street, and if there's like 2 or more guys, they automatically try to assault her. It's like all the Death Wish movies is just like the worst, to the nth degree. They're really just like, oh damn, what a shame. They're not even really that concerned that 2 like criminals just ran off with Rennie. How would you feel about the prequel series Friday the 13th to reboot the series? Yeah, I mean, if it's good. I'm not a big TV guy, King Matthew. Takes a lot for a TV show to impress me because I think they waste a lot of the audience's time. And talking about waste of time, they announced that show over 2 years ago, and we haven't seen a poster or a logo or a synopsis other than we would gather it takes place at Crystal Lake because that's what it's called. Yeah, Coy's right. Yeah. You'll feel better if this guy's a major creep. And is he putting the substance into her? What is that? Cody says, I got Kane to sign my poster from this Jason slashing through the I Love New York. That's a great poster. Ooh. Hey, some people like that. Hey, boo! I have the Kane Hodder documentary To Hell and Back and Takes Manhattan isn't even mentioned, but Kane's other Jason movies are bonus feature mentioned. They just say that it exists. The bonus feature is 5 seconds long and it says, Kane was also in Jason Takes Manhattan. Goodbye. I mean, I guess he's at the very beginning of the New Blood, but only because they recycle footage, right? So, Tom Matthews wasn't brought back. I don't know. Maybe they just figured that line was kind of exhausted and they were ready to move on before it got to the spot where it is now with Halloween fans, where we're like, we never want to see Jamie Lee Curtis in another Halloween movie. Oh, Jason's got a little dance going on. He gets shot. Yeah, get closer to him. Oh, and you ran out of bullets. You're an extra dumbass. Did Jason just put his hand through the other guy's back? And that's it? That's the death? I don't know if that would be the death. I'd have to finish him off there, Jason. Jason. Yeah, he's good in all of them, little Michael Myers. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Yeah, Kane, no issues with Kane. It just happens to be that he's in all these bad movies. What's happening, Trina? Great to see you. Says, hello, boys and ghouls. Welcome to the chat. We are, in the home stretch here on Jason Takes Manhattan. We're finally in quote unquote Manhattan, although I'm pretty sure this is just a Vancouver alleyway dressed up as Manhattan. Yeah. Doing a Thriller dance. Getting his little shimmy on, his little ghetto strut. Jason breakdancing. I feel like this film is a lot better than Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell, though that's the only good thing. Yeah, they're all sort of like, they're really close to each other just for different reasons. They're all bad in their own kind of way. That's for sure. Tommy Jarvis went back to the nut house and wasn't released until Vinny DeSantis let him out. There you go. Vincent, what's happening, bud? Says, what's up, Davey? Long time, brother. Yeah, it's been a while, man. Welcome back to the channel. We are watching and, ripping into Jason Takes Manhattan. Guys, is this the best Rocky scene that's not in a Rocky movie? Let me know. The Mortal Kombat head punching. See, punching the mask over and over, it's like, wouldn't you just want a body blow, wear him out a little bit, get his stamina down, and then hit that, land the big one on his head? Maybe grab something to hit him. You're on a rooftop. There's got to be something you can grab. I've never seen the Hatchet movies either, Andy. Manny's Manic Media jumping in. Welcome to the chat. One of our great channel members says it's too bad Jason didn't get a taste of vigilantism after saving her from the junkies. Yeah, it's confusing. It's like, are we supposed to sort of cheer Jason on for freeing Rennie, but it's not like he's just letting her off the hook. It's interesting. It is it's kind of an anti-hero Punisher kind of vibe they're trying to put out there. Yeah, honestly, a serious remake actually in New York would print money. Yeah. Yeah. Man, his knuckles are rough. That's like me in the winters in Arizona, just washing your hands and just bleeding all over the place, cracked hand. Like put on Vaseline every night before I go to bed. Not for that reason, Jordan Decker, get your head out of the gutter. There it is. Fatality. Friendship again. Yeah, there you go. The Space Mutiny. Ow, my mask. Yeah, I need to check those out, Trina. It's a blind spot of mine. Jason wanted the kill for himself to pad his kill count. Yeah. The head punch is one of the few good things in this movie, and it's still Hank. Hank. Is that a typo, or do I not get the reference? Hey, wait a minute. You're not Sasha Jensen. Oh, I'm so wasted. You got to try some of these drugs. They're amazing. Yeah, script could have been a lot better. They could have trimmed some of the weird stuff. Yeah, for sure. I like when Jason turned the dad into a pretzel in part 6. That might be in the running for best kill in the franchise as well. I like that one too. Putting out fire with Vaseline. Or I think of Stone Temple Pilots. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Yes, Jordan. I got you pegged, bud. And not in the... Stop it, Jordan. Stop it with the gross stuff. We didn't know the fire. The worst thing I've ever heard is the Fall Out Boy version of that song. God, Fall Out Boy's so bad. Maybe the worst band from that era. One of the worst bands I've ever heard. They might be worse than Nickelback. They really might be worse than Nickelback. Jank. Okay. Yeah, your new phone is like, no, my phone, I sent a text to Leanna the other day where I put like sing or song or something like that, and it changed it to ain't. I'm like, how the hell does that happen? Ain't from song? Get out of here with that noise. Such a waste of good Vaseline. Could be put to better use. Honk, honk. Ooga, ooga. Which is ironic because it's ironic. Maybe an update will fix some of that sensitivity. Yeah, Julius could have had a bigger role. They split up it's an ensemble cast, so I think everyone other than like Rennie and not Sasha Jensen gets like a pretty good amount of time. Really bad editing. The slow motion is just atrocious there. Andy, you did not miss the concert. I'm still prepping for that one. I want to make sure it's really good for you guys. So maybe end of January, something like that. I'm going to be starting training on a new job here pretty soon. So got to see what my schedule is going to be like and have to be able to rehearse for you guys and all that. Have a great night. Really appreciate you jumping on in, Gary. Hope you have a good one. I don't give a damn about my reputation. Yep, there we go. Is it you? Is it me? Somewhere in the Vaseline. Holy cow, Coy gifted a Davey Death Ray channel membership. Let's see who that went to. Gotta hop on over to the YouTubes. Let's see here. Where is that? What is going on? They always make me, I always feel like such an idiot searching for stuff here. Ooh, Leeching on Peaches 69 was gifted a membership. Hell yeah. Holy cow. Who else do we got here? Little Michael Myers became a YouTube member. Thank you so much, bud. Really appreciate it, man. Is that on your debit or your parents' debit? We're gonna have to if you go out to H50, we're gonna have to, get a photo op taken there, little Michael Myers. Although by that point you might not be very little anymore. Really appreciate you becoming a channel member, bud. That's awesome. And then Happy Sanjo gifted another channel membership. That one went to Wolfman's Got Nards. Oh, man. Barry could afford to get his own. Come on, Barry, re-up. It's just 99 cents. You got 100,000 subs. Throw a guy a bone here. Love Barry so much. You guys know if you've been hanging out on the channel for any amount of time that Barry from Wolfman's Got Nards and Lee from Drum Dums were like two of the first like horror YouTubers that I really started watching and that, inspired me very, very early on, long before I started this channel, like back in 2015. So pumped that Barry's got a membership again. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Coy. Really appreciate you, bud. And Coy drops another $2 super chat, says, pay the man. Really appreciate you, bud. Yeah, his channel's awesome, Trina. If you don't know him, you should go check him out. A lovely Scotsman. Great horror content. Yeah, Purple's the best one, Aaron, for sure. Yeah, I really like that band a lot. Gifting a membership, $4.99. Your own membership, $99. YouTube taking all our shit. Well, it's a different tier. When you gift a membership, it's the second tier, and then the 99-cent one is the lowest tier. So you could still buy a membership that's $4.99. I got to get way better on pumping out my temperature's rising now because I'm thinking about shit. I really need to start doing bigger and better stuff for the channel memberships. Better not be only giving Davey $1. Hey, all members are appreciated and welcomed here. For sure. Your parents hooked you up. That's amazing. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Appreciate you guys. I don't know if they watch along with you. They're little Michael Myers, but hopefully they do. Oh, and she's remembering everything that Charles put her through. This guy is a son of a bitch. The power play is over, Charles. You are done, my friend. Hell yeah. Welcome back to the chat, little Michael Myers, and welcome back to channel membership. Hell yeah. Oh, he's the worst. Oh, football practice. That's exactly it. Yeah, that's the inspiration for that one. Did she die in the car? Oh, shit. She's toast. I totally missed that. Bummer. She dies before this guy. More teleportation, too, from Jason right here because he's already upstairs waiting for him. Oh. What day is it? Christmas Day, sir. And then he's already downstairs. Yeah, he is teleporting right now. Oh, and there's the rat from the beginning of the movie. What a way to go. Dipped into like just nasty, maybe toxic sludge water. I mean, it's got the substance in it yet again. More substance talk. Oh, he's such a jerk, man. That's so cool to hear, man. Really appreciate you. I have so much fun doing this channel and connecting with people and getting to know everyone a little bit more. And letting you guys get to know me. So that's really cool to hear that the whole family enjoys what we do over here. Scene where Jason kicks a radio over? Yes. That's coming up. That's coming up. School's out now, motherfucker. Rennie's coming down. She's like, face it, not Sasha Jensen. I'm an H train kind of girl now. Just leave me here. Did they die in a car accident or did they get killed by Jason? Rough going for Rennie. Got a burp over here. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Very rude of me. Look, I know you were just like assaulted by some guys and drugged up, but can I kiss you? Weird. Weird time to sneak that in, not Sasha Jensen. Jason, we need to talk about this teleportation. Just put the machete down, please. Oh, yeah. The look on her face when Jason busted through the trash cans was like the door just opened on her bedroom and they got caught by her parents who died in a car accident. He might have done it. Jason just pulling a Michael Myers from Halloween 2. Hey, I recognize these escalators. Again, everyone just standing on the damn escalator. Move your ass, people. Man, these subways are really spray painted up. Is he wearing like a Blue's Clues shirt? I think he is. Quayton lives. I think there's some Jason lives written up as well, written in some spots. If you look closely. Let me see if we can spot it here. Run, run, Rudolph. Santa's gonna come into town. Oh, rude. Jason lives down there on the poster. What? New York, the city of apathy. Oh, I fell back 5 feet. That's going to change everything. It's going to change the whole dynamic. Am I going to be watching Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X to roast them? Maybe, not today, but that's something we could do. Yeah. Yeah, we could certainly do that sometime soon. Should I do a super chat goal to see if you guys want to do it? Maybe. Maybe I should. Jordan says not to bring the morale down, but one of the fires in LA is right on the edge of Pasadena, where most of Halloween was filmed. A whole lot of movies, yeah. Hopefully they get it under control before it spreads much further. Yeah, I saw like the school where Carrie was filmed, part of Carrie was filmed, was lost in the fire. I mean, there's been so much loss out there. Yeah. Hopefully they figure out, and hopefully the people that are responsible, including the politicians that push bad policies, are held responsible as well. Kane Hodder is the only actor to play Jason in most of the movies. Yeah, 4 of them. Yeah. They just keep on thinking he's dead. They're terrible. Yes, third rail situation here. All right. King Matthew III, we're getting closer to the boombox kicking scene. It's kind of a cool little snapshot there of Times Square in 89 or 88, whenever they filmed it. You got the Batman logo there underneath the Coke sign. That's really cool. Cannon still humming along. Get away to Tahiti or Hawaii. I don't know. The 360 shot. The most expensive shot in the movie. Rennie looks really good for everything she's been through. She's rosy cheeked, looking, peppy. The movie or Jason? Oh, not gonna go away that easy. You're gonna have to look at my terrible face and melt me with toxic sludge. And it's a shame because he looks kind of cool from just what they're showing right now, but when they take the mask off, it's so disappointing. Oh, terrible. Guests of Jason Takes Manhattan stay in the Times Square Marriott. Getting his heavy breathing on. Jamie Lee Curtis lost her home, so I imagine she'll do another Halloween to recoup some funds. Yeah, and it's probably only the hyper rich that could afford insurance because the main carriers terminated policies, but you can always find it somewhere if you're willing to pay the price. Boom! Kick the boombox. Like the punk rock guys are listening to some like hip hop jam. They're not even listening to punk rock. It's weird. My landlords live in Glendale. They're right between. Wow. I hope they're okay and that everything can get contained soon. What's happening, Reign of Horror? Welcome on into the chat. Hope you're doing well. We're getting near the end here of Jason Takes Manhattan. We're back at the diner. Rob Halford from Judas Priest hanging out there having a meal. You dead meat slime bag. Yeah, it's great. And it's a great joke, him just showing the mask. Like it's a good, a humorous moment that doesn't make your eyes roll, I guess. Or at least for me, it doesn't do that. So, Chester, I think it was you that said it earlier. That's Ken Kurtzinger. Or was it Gary that said it? Who was it that said it earlier? That's Ken Kurtzinger from Freddy versus Jason there getting thrown around by Kane. Yeah. I love how he's just like, I'll take care of this asshole again. Yeah, I don't like his look in Freddy versus Jason. To me, the way Jason looks in that movie is like people that never watched any of the movies, but they've like heard people talk about the movies or seen a couple pictures, and they're trying to like remember what Jason looked like. It just doesn't look like Jason to me in that movie. He's way too big. Kane is like 6 feet tall with like platform boots on. He's just got like a big outfit, and there's just something, the way they shoot the movie, it's just he looks bigger than he really is. And a lot of actors are relatively small. Big heads though, literally and figuratively. Let's just go down and hang out with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and maybe they can help us out with this one. I would watch that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Jason. I don't want to see like Michael versus anyone or whatever, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Jason would be cool. Yeah, I mean, the performance is like, I just don't even know if I would have liked it if he looked better. I just think it's just bad casting. I'm right there with you, Chester. They should have used him in Freddy versus Jason. Yeah, even I think the big complaint was that he and Robert Englund are about the same size, and they wanted to make sure that Jason like hulked over Freddy. I don't think we would have cared. I think we would have been more pumped to know that Kane was coming back to play Jason. I think the movie would have been better for it. Emo Jason, yeah. Yeah, he's wearing like, what the hell is he wearing? It's like instead of the burlap sack on his head, it almost looks like he's wearing it on his body. He's got kind of like a Frankenstein look in one of the lesser, older Frankenstein movies. I saw a meme that said capitalism, when you have the bombs to destroy the entire world but can't put out fires. Yeah, I think that's a little off target, but I get why they're trying to make that joke because it sounds like they're trying to deflect from like what's really going on out there, which is eliminating controlled burns and getting rid of reservoirs. So they've ran out of water in their hydrants, and they don't do controlled burns because of the optics, even though controlled burns, make it far less likely for a catastrophe like this to happen. Great shadow kill here. Love the blood splat. I like that in a slasher movie. I don't need it to all be like seeing every little moment. I kind of like a little bit of that variety like that. Yeah, I agree, Trina. It's bad leadership. It's really bad leadership in California. It's been really bad for a long time out there. Yeah, exactly, Jordan. Freddy versus Jason probably would have been the best one if they put him in that. Best way to get home in the sewer. Jamie says, to be fair, Robert Englund is huge. I ran directly into him at Scarefest and it only came up to his lower torso. Yeah, he's probably 6'1" or 6'2". You know, Kane's probably about that height when he puts everything on. You know, maybe. Still, the way you shoot things matters. I don't think that we would have cared as much. I think that was more like Ronnie Yu's hang up, more so than you know, anyone else. Here we go. I can't believe I look like this. Like, that's the thing that's been like going around killing people. It looks like his eyes don't even work. He doesn't even have one. And the other one's like melted. I love now that he's like drunk. Joke on him. He's like Rhodes from Day of the Dead. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Trina. Yeah, I mean, I seriously like criminal prosecution. Like, I would be for that. Not that I have any say in the matter, but tribunal for sure. Yeah. Well, and they picked a totally different one. Yeah, it's just, I mean, yeah, Jason's mother in Freddy versus Jason that's a weird cast as well. Gory Tiger says, I played a show with a band called Kane Hodder. That's an awesome band name. Are they metal? Galaxy Snake. Is this your first time in here, Galaxy Snake? Or did you have a different screen name at some point? It says Jason's look in part 8 was one of his more intimidating looks, in my opinion. Yeah, I think the look overall is really good until at this point where he's got the mask off, unfortunately. It's a really bad face. Really poor. That's his strong eye. The one that's already melted. And then the vomiting of water. It's so pathetic. It's like I'm like, he's like a sick puppy, and he's been going around. This character's been going around murdering people like effortlessly. It's wild. Metalcore. They got the name for it. What's happening, Herbert? Great to see you. We are just at the end and looking at terrible, terrible Jason getting killed by the toxic sludge that looks like a bubble bath. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for jumping on in. Low angles, scary. High angles, scary. Medium angles, boring. Yeah. There you go. Little Michael Myers, nice Resurrection reference. Yeah. Resurrection has a couple moments, just a couple moments. And that's it. And then the lightning immediately brings Jason back to life, right? Is it going to turn into a Ghostbusters movie now? Well, welcome in, Galaxy Snake. You're hanging out with the Death Squad. Everybody make Galaxy Snake feel very, very welcome. Newsom and Bass will be Trudeau'd real soon, hopefully. There have got to be people on that side of the aisle that would make far better decisions. I don't believe in like political absolutism. I just think that those particular people are really bad at their jobs, criminally bad at their jobs. I don't really care about your personality. It's more about the policies and the way it affects people, because regardless of everyone's political leanings down there, they're in harm's way. I don't want that to be happening to any of those folks there, whether or not they agree with me or hate me or whatever. Thank you so much for the reminder, Leanna. Yeah, guys, if you're popping in, don't forget to punch the head off the like button like it's Julius on top of a building in Vancouver that's masked as Manhattan. Do you think a new Friday the 13th game should happen with an actual story mode? Maybe. I'm more of an old school gamer. I'd be more likely to go back and play the old LJN Nintendo game. I'd rather watch Muppets Take Manhattan. Yes. Yeah. Someone was making that joke earlier here, or asked which one was better. Toby! Toby the dog made it out, guys. Yes. How about that? A Jason bubble bath where you like pump the head and it comes out of that wretched mouth of his that has to smell great. No. Young Jason was going to come out of the real Jason's mouth. I'm glad they didn't have the budget for that. And here we go. We got The Darkest Side of the Night playing yet again. Yeah, you're right. There you go. Darkest Side of the Night's a great song. Always listen to it on YouTube. It's probably the best part of the movie other than the way Jason looks. I don't know. It's a little jam, you know? Yeah, no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles could have shown up to help Rennie and Sean. It would have been nice if they did. It would have been really cool. Like they're on their way to get pizza and they just throw it and beat the shit out of Jason. Part 8 is Galaxy Snake's second favorite from the franchise, and the others in the top 5 people would probably disagree. Well, you know, that's the fun thing about being a horror fan, Galaxy Snake, is it's like, you know, it's just art we're talking about. And it's these movies are like roller coasters. They're nothing that need to be taken too seriously or, you know, anything like that. So, you know, it's one of those things, unlike politics, where we don't have any reason to get like worked up about a difference of opinion, you know, at all. And if anyone's going to be that way, then they're probably not going to hang out on this channel because we're super awesome and welcoming and friendly with everyone and respectful. And we look for that same kind of treatment back. So did you vote in the poll? Did you vote? Because we do have a poll going on. 66 votes. Holy crap, you guys. 67, 68, 70. It just keeps on going up. 71. Okay, so what do you rate Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan? And we got 46% of people say, it's passable. 32% say complete and utter shit show. And 21% say top tier within the franchise. So that like 20, 21, 22% top tier within the franchise has been pretty solid throughout the whole stream. Really interesting. Yeah, you know, I mean, I think it takes all kinds in the horror community. My favorites are kind of basic bitch answers. Like I like Jason Lives and Final Chapter, and like, you know, those are my top 2. And I'd probably put Part 2 as number 3, you know, something like that. But really it's like, it's just art. You know, we all have a different way that we look at it and different things we're looking for. So certainly appreciate you jumping in and sharing your opinion and hanging out with us. And guys, yeah, the movie is now over. The song is just, you know, playing away here. And let me see. Ooh, little Michael Myers says Galaxy Snake. I got to say, Part 8 is in my top 5 as well. There you go. In all fairness, Ginny said Jason was a child trapped in a man's body at the bar in Part 2. Figuratively, yes. Jordan's with Happy. This movie sucks. Friday the 13th, Part 8 is my favorite besides 4 and 3. I do feel like despite 8 being a bad film, it was a fun film. I do think that. I do think it's fun. Oh, it was filmed but cut. It probably looked really bad. It probably looked really bad. Oh, yeah, Andy, I figured. Yeah, the planets were great, man. Part 4 is Herbert's favorite. That's a good one. There you go. Trina says 100%, Davey. We all unite in horror. Absolutely. At least if you disagree with someone, there's no reason to get charged up about it, for sure. Darkest Side of the Night sounds awesome, and Power of the Night from the first Critters. Great song as well. Really dig Critters. Part 4, Part 2, 1 through 3, and 6. Yeah, you like the classics. There it is. And there's no way you can fight. Just show some respect and try to survive on the darkest side. I'm sorry. I'm just hamming it up. Everybody who voted top tier is not banned from every horror channel on YouTube. There you go. Chester ranked this movie last. For me, I can't remember how close it is, but I know it's relatively close to the bottom for me. Yes, we can certainly handle differing opinions here, for sure. But Jamie's going to drop down the hammer and say Part 8 is the worst. Oh, yes, we can, Jordan. Go rub one out about it. Andy, have a great rest of your night, man. Hope you enjoy the weekend as well. We will see you next time around. Herbert says Jason Takes Manhattan was King Kong. Take the monster out of his element, put him on a boat, and take him to New York. King Kong, anyone? Yeah, not bad. I have not thought of that before. Kind of like that. I just voted on the film being passable. Sorry for being late on the voting. I had to find the vote section. No worries, King Matthew. Yeah, 72 votes. I'm going to close out the poll at 72 votes. That's incredible, you guys. Thank you so much for the 72 votes on that one. Yeah, 47% say it's passable. 31% say complete and utter shit show. Sorry, I almost said dog shit. Same thing. 20% say top tier within the franchise. All right. The poll is officially closed. I like the remakes for Friday the 13th, Halloween, and A Nightmare on Elm Street more than the original films. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Nightmare remake or Halloween remake fan, but I really, really enjoy the Friday the 13th remake for sure. One of my favorites. Coffee done and bread. Good night. Have a good one, Prince. Take care, bud. Yeah, Trina, look at that. Really put things in perspective on that one. This movie's way worse. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is actually really good, Jordan. You just haven't looked at it the right way. You should hop on over to Drum Dum's channel and check out the stream with myself, Lee, and Nick from the Lost River Drive-In, where we have a 15th anniversary celebration of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and we talk about all the things that we love about it and our perspective on it and what really sets it apart. And I mean, certainly it's better than his first film, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not feeling that one very much either, Tyler. Welcome to the chat, Tyler. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this movie's certainly worse. Chester ranks the Friday the 13th films Part 6, the remake, Part 4, Part 3, Part 7, Part 2, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, the original from 1980, Part 5, and Part 8. That's a really interesting ranking there, Chester. Yeah, that's a good one. I always love seeing whenever I do, I have a ranking of the franchise on the channel. If you guys haven't checked that out, you should give it a gander. And Chester, if you haven't seen that one yet, go ahead and drop that ranking in the comments over there. Because I always like just seeing, the similar patches that I have with some people and then seeing all the differences. It's just to me, I love getting that conversation going with you guys and seeing, seeing where we differ and where we line right up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan. I don't think it's perfect. It certainly has its problems. A lot of those Halloween movies do have their problems for sure. Thank you so much, Prince. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys, just a couple days ago, we lost one of our community members, Raymond Malaber. Super sweet guy in the chat. So welcoming to everybody. Really funny. Always popping up at this channel, all over the horror YouTube sphere. And, when my channel was teeny tiny, somewhere between 300 and 400 subs, I think that's when Raymond jumped in. So he's been, a foundational member of the community here over on the Davey Death Ray channel. And unfortunately, he passed. So there's a link pinned in the chat, and there's the same link is in the description if you'd like to donate money to his GoFundMe. And just to say it one more time, on Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be hopping on a simulcast stream with Sledgehammer Horror, Good Real Hunting, and Frank's Media and Reviews. This stream will be on all 4 channels, and we're shutting off the super chat for each channel just so we don't accidentally get super chats from people that think that money's going to Raymond. We're just going to be sharing, the QR code and the link for the GoFundMe and just trying to raise a bunch of money for end-of-life expenses, flowers for his grave, and to support his family. So if you don't sub already, or if you are a sub and you don't have the notification bell hit, go ahead and hit that bell, and then that way you get a heads up before we go live for that stream. Yeah, it would have been cool if he got another chance. I don't know if he would have came back because he had such a terrible time making the 2 movies he made, dealing with the Weinsteins. RZ2 and Resurrection go back and forth as to which one is worse. I have to say Rob Zombie Halloween 2, though. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. If you haven't checked out the director's cut, I think the theatrical cut has some moments that are better, but I think to me that the director's cut makes a little more sense. I really enjoy it. Jason was reinvented a lot in the late 80s when Freddy was the unquestionable king of horror. Yeah, I think it was a kind of a close tie between those two. It certainly wasn't Michael, unfortunately. Let's see here. What else have we got? Never got to know Raymond because I'm new to the channel, but I'm sure he was a kind soul. He absolutely was. He would have been the first person to welcome you in. He would have been. That's who he was for everyone. Let's see here. Yeah, no, Billy, nothing happened with the fires or anything like that. Yeah, he had some health concerns. So, or just health issues, throughout his whole life, and then they just sort of came to a head there. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, shoot, 2 hours, 10 minutes. What an awesome stream that was. I had a blast watching Jason Takes Manhattan with you guys. Always a fun time kicking it with y'all and watching a movie, especially a movie that's like, not great, but still fun to watch. It's a weird sort of, dichotomy living within this film. And we can jump on in and do something like this next weekend. So maybe I'll just go ahead and start another poll and see if you guys, I'll just slide another Friday the 13th movie in there that I don't think is very good, like Jason X or Jason Goes to Hell or something like that. And I'll keep Halloween 5, Freddy's Dead, and TCM 3D in there as well with Alexandra Daddario. This has been awesome, guys. Thank you so much to all the folks who've been hanging out with us in the chat. Please make sure to leave a like on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share the channel with somebody that you think would enjoy this kind of content. And you can become a channel member for as low as 99 cents a month. Also, we just relaunched our merch shop. There's a whole bunch of new gear and new lines in there, different designs, a lot of fun stuff. If you use the discount code EARLYBIRD, all one word, uppercase, you will get 10% off at checkout. And if there's something that you want to see in the merch shop that you're not seeing there, hit me up with a DM. You can reach out to me on Twitter or on Instagram. I always keep my door open for you guys, so don't hesitate. Also, folks that have bought merch from the Spring Shop, when you receive it, please take a picture and send it to me. I just want to make sure the quality looks, nice. And if I need to make a change on where we host the shop and everything, I just want to know how it all looks. I want to know how pleased you are with it and everything like that. So I don't control the quality, but I'm interested in knowing, what that quality is like. And guys, let's see here. Anything else? Thank you so much to all the subscribers, all the Patreon members, of course, all our channel members as well. Our Death Squad mods tonight, we've had Jamie Hart, Brooke Scarlett, Leanna Bevy Rage, Cody Snyder, and Matt Facci from Facci Cinema, I believe. So thank you guys so much to the mods for keeping everything clean and keeping everything on the rails over here. Guys, go ahead and check out Raymond's excuse me, just lost my voice. Check out Raymond's GoFundMe, link in the description below if you'd like to donate to his end-of-life expenses and buying flowers for his grave. Every little bit that we can do to show his family that we love and support him would be amazing. So I'm gonna probably take tomorrow off. My football team's playing a playoff game at 8 p.m. Eastern, so I'm gonna be watching that in the evening, and I have some other stuff to take care of during the day. But I will be back Monday night, 8 p.m. with Sledgehammer Horror, Frank's Media and Reviews, and Good Real Hunting, and we're gonna raise some damn money for Raymond and his family. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you all for hanging out. If you're watching after the fact, thank you extra for, it's so much fun to be involved with like the live chat and all that stuff. So the folks that are watching afterwards, just want to give you a little extra kudos for coming on in and checking out the replay. Please remember to drop that like. And if you're watching after the fact, drop a comment. Let me know what you think of Jason Takes Manhattan. Crack some jokes at its expense. Tell me if it's your favorite movie in the franchise or one of your favorites, like Galaxy Snake. Maybe it is. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong and tell me why. You guys have been amazing. I will see you all on Monday. So until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Oh, you know what? But before I go, I can't leave yet. I got to shout out the super chats and the friggin' channel memberships. Who the heck do I think I am? What a jerk this Davey Deathray guy is. Thank you so much to Happy Sanjo for the $4.99. Happy also gifted 2 memberships. Thank you so much, Coy. Little Michael Myers became a YouTube member, so he had been gifted one, and now he's become one on his own. Shout out to Little Michael Myers and his family. I'm so pumped that you guys enjoy the channel and enjoy what we do over here. And hopefully I'll get the chance to meet y'all at H50 here in just a few years. And thank you to Coy for the $2 super chat. Yeah, I can't leave the chat without thanking you guys for all that stuff. So really appreciate you all so much. I'll be back on Monday night. So until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Death Ray. Take care.